The cafeteria at Naval Station Everett buzzed with lunchtime noise, forks clattering, boots dragging, laughter bouncing off steel gray walls. But everything shifted when she walked in. A woman in plain PT gear, hood up, no rank, no name tape, no unit patch. Just a tray of food and the quiet confidence of someone who'd been through hell and come back twice. Most ignored her, except the cluster of SEALs at the corner table, the ones fresh off a training cycle and drunk on their own reputation. Chief Petty Officer Hale, the one everyone called Bulldog, eyed her with the suspicion of a man who lived by the chain of command. "Hey," he called out, loud enough for half the cafeteria to hear, "you lost or something? Where's your uniform? Where's your damn rank?" A few SEALs chuckled. She didn't look at them. She simply set her tray down calmly at an empty table, back straight, eyes forward. Hale wasn't done. "I asked you a question, sailor. Are you too scared to answer?" The room quieted. People sensed something off, something dangerous. The woman finally lifted her head. Her eyes were cold, unblinking, the kind that held stories no one asked about twice. "My rank," she said softly. "Classified." That one word cracked the room open. Chairs paused mid-scrape. Someone muttered, "Classified? Who the hell says that?" Hale rose, pushing away from the table, walking toward her with the swagger of someone who'd never met a fight he couldn't break. "Listen," he barked, "the only people on this base with classified ranks walk with security details. And you," he pointed at her. "You walk in like a lost recruit." She didn't blink. She didn't flinch. "Walk away, Chief," she said, voice calm, measured, almost bored. The cafeteria collectively inhaled. No one talked to Hale like that. Ever. His jaw tightened. "You got 3 seconds to tell me who the hell you are." She gave him a slow, deliberate smile, one that didn't reach her eyes. "Chief," she said, "you don't have the clearance to ask me that." Gasps broke out around the room. Hale stepped closer, close enough to smell the adrenaline beginning to rise from the people watching. "Try me," he growled. That's when the doors behind them swished open. 2 officers entered, 1 commander, 1 captain, and both walked straight toward the woman. Everyone froze. The commander snapped to attention first. "Ma'am," he said, voice steady but respectful in a way no enlisted sailor could fake, "your briefing room is prepared." Hale's face drained of color. The captain nodded. "We apologize for the delay, Colonel." "Colonel." The cafeteria broke. Forks dropped. Someone whispered, "Oh, hell," because only a handful of people in the entire Navy held her level of clearance, and none of them walked around without insignia. She stood, picked up her tray, and looked Hale dead in the eye. "Next time," she said, brushing past him, "don't confuse silence with insignificance." And with that, she walked out, leaving a room full of hardened operators stunned into absolute, breathless silence. Colonel Raven Hale, though most had no idea that was her codename, walked down the corridor with the commander and captain flanking her like silent shadows. She didn't need the escort, and they knew it. But after what happened in the cafeteria, protocol demanded they show the room exactly who she was. Behind her, whispers were already ricocheting through the hallways like suppressed gunshots. SEALs who'd once strutted across the base now spoke in low, uncertain tones. Her identity wasn't fully revealed, but one truth hung heavy in the air: she outranked nearly everyone. Inside the briefing room, the lights dimmed automatically as the biometric locks sealed shut. A holographic map flickered on: North Cascades, Deep Wilderness. The commander stepped forward. "Ma'am, intel confirmed movement at 0400 hours. The rogue contractor unit, we believe they're operating out of Grid 18 Bravo." She studied the map silently, arms crossed. The captain cleared his throat. "We have a SEAL team on standby, but after this morning, morale is complicated." She raised an eyebrow. "Because your men don't know how to mind their own business?" The captain winced. "No, ma'am, because they realized they almost started a fight with the officer the Secretary of Defense assigned to lead this operation." She didn't react. She simply said, "Good. Fear sharpens discipline." With a swipe of her hand, she zoomed in on the target zone. "I'll take point. Your SEAL team will follow my lead. Make sure they understand the chain of command before wheels up." The captain nodded quickly. "Yes, ma'am." Moments later, she stepped outside into the cold Washington air. A Black Hawk helicopter waited on the tarmac, rotors whining in expectation. The same SEAL team from the cafeteria stood nearby, gear strapped tight, posture stiff, eyes lowered. Chief Hale, still humiliated, approached her cautiously. "Colonel," he said, voice barely above a whisper. "About earlier, I didn't know." She looked at him with the same calm that had gutted the entire room. "You weren't supposed to know," she replied. "Your job is to observe, adapt, and respect. You did only one of those today." The team held their breath as the chief swallowed hard. "Understood, ma'am." She stepped closer, her voice dropping to a level that made every man present stiffen. "I don't care about apologies. I care about performance. Out there, I don't need your pride. I need your precision. Can you give me that?" Chief Hale straightened, eyes fierce, chastened. "Yes, ma'am." She nodded once. "Good. Then mount up." Inside the Black Hawk, she took the forward seat, reviewing drone feed on the tablet strapped to her thigh. The team settled in behind her, silent, respectful, more attentive than they'd ever been with any commanding officer. As the helicopter lifted off, wind slicing through the open doors, she spoke without turning around. "Listen carefully. The target isn't just dangerous, they're unpredictable. And they know this terrain better than anyone." She paused, then added, "That's why I'm here. Because unpredictability is my specialty." The SEALs exchanged looks, equal parts fear and awe. Tonight, they weren't just following a superior. They were following a legend.